Hey guys, welcome back. Alex, how you doing, man?
Doing well. Excited.
Yeah, I am too. We've been out here in the lab working hard, and this year is going to bear some fruit. We're actually going to get to venture in the world, and we have some cool events in the works. So, without further ado, this is the Money Shift Podcast, Episode 9, and here we go.
Yeah. Let's kick this thing off. Today we're going to talk about some of the events and experiences we have planned for 2025. The importance of getting out in the world and not just staying hunkered down and building, but also, having a presence in the real world, be it in our case in automotive events and even in Web3 industry events, since we're sort of at the nexus point of those two industries. So we've got a lot of really awesome things planned, and I'm super excited.
I'm super excited too, and also for another reason. Turns out Colorado has some rad in it this year, and a couple of events that we're going to be doing are based out of here. I'm pretty excited. We got ETH Denver coming up, which is where the base chain comes from. We're all on. We got Slush Motorsports in the end of the year here, and some other fun, exciting things we want to talk about. But yeah, we'll just jump right into it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we go down the list as far as chronological order goes. First one coming up is ETH Denver. That is at the end of February, February 27th through March 2nd, if I'm not mistaken.
Right around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, and it means we've got a lot of work to do to prepare in that 1 month time. But it's going to be great because that's an event that I've been wanting to go to for a long time. Like, I've been in this space since hardcore since 2016 and full-time since 2019, and have not yet had a chance to make it out to ETH Denver. So that's going to be a big check off of my list.
This is going to go over everyone's head, but you're just excited to meet Charles Hodgkin, aren't you?
Oh yeah, totally. I'm a big fanboy. Yeah, right.
All right, joking.
Cardano people are not going to be
there. But yeah, so the other reason this is really exciting, other than networking with our nerd peers, and we're going to be filming a podcast out of ETH Denver and connecting on the Web3 space, is we have some exciting developments coming up and coming to fruition. So we're actually going to be hosting a side event here at Revhard Motors and inviting people down and the other way around who are used to burying their head in code into looking at some cars. And everything goes well, we're going to be launching our app at the event. So that's going to be super cool. I'm super excited for that. And chance to show off the Ferrari and kind of show people that there is a real world side of these assets. And that's what we're excited to bring. So that'll be fun. It's obviously here in my hometown of Denver. It's actually, I don't know, less than 5 minutes from the shop. So it's pretty exciting to have that in my backyard.
Yeah, that's going to be convenient, getting some people out of the event at the end of one of the days and over to your shop there. I heard earlier that what is it, Michelin? So they've got a big Web3, I guess, product line or project as well that's actually doing quite well. They have a pretty strong community. They're going to be out there for ETH Denver as well. And looking forward to connecting with them. And I believe they're going to be doing an offsite event as well. So it'd be cool to try and collaborate and help each other, fill out our events.
Car nerds and crypto.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, as you mentioned, we are planning on using this as an opportunity to do an official launch of the Driven Vehicles RWA app. So if you haven't been following along, if this is all new to you, I'll just give a really quick rundown what that's all about. So Driven Labo, the main product that we're working on releasing is Driven Vehicles, as you can see on Josh's hat there. And what it is a platform for people to buy and trade fractional shares of ultra rare investment grade collector vehicles. We specialize in JDM, although not all of them will be JDM. Like, for example, one of these days, I'd love to get an old F1 car in our collection. But get some race cars. And then, of course, the first car that we're going to be offering on our platform for fractional ownership is going to be Paul Walker's 1999 Ferrari 360 Modena. And for those that snag a share either beforehand through the Founders Club keys, or those who show up and get a share of the car at the event through the app, we're planning on taking them for a little joyride around town as a perk of being an owner.
Yeah, and that car's not JDM yet, but we'll put our flair on it.
Yeah.
As you say, what is it? Non-destructive editing?
Yeah, exactly. In the design world, that's a term we use when you want to work on a design in a way that's not going to be reversible. And so that's our plan with this car. And one of the things that we offer through fractional ownership is it's not just like, hey, look at my wallet, I own this thing that claims that I have this share, but rather that people get real, actual, like involvement in the management and experiences around the car. So as I mentioned earlier, you can show up to any event that we have where we have the cars in our collection, and you'll get a chance to go for a ride in the car. Or if you wanted to schedule an appointment to come to the facility where it's held, we can take you out for a ride in it. And then those that hold shares will also be able to participate in the decision making of what we do to the car. So in the case of the Ferrari, it's going to be like, what body kit do we put on it? What wheels do we put on it? How do we style it to make it more JDM and to make it something that's recognizable, driven vehicle?
Fortunately, on this one, Paul Walker has some stees, and he has a collection of drivers' cars, and he's already kind of messed with the authenticity. It has Alcantara dash. It has some racing seats already in it. It's been driven. And so, we'll have some fun with that. We're not, destroying a collector piece. So if you want to come check out your new Ferrari, stay tuned for the event details, and you can come check that out, grab a share, and participate.
Yeah. And we'll also have all the other awesome cars that Josh has in his inventory there at Revhard. I think some of the ones I'm looking forward to, of course, R34s. That's one of my all-time favorite cars. So we'll have probably have a couple R34s on display. Is that right?
Possibly an R34. We definitely have some R33s. And I think for Alex, what I'm excited for him, he's never driven a right-hand drive car, yet alone an RB26 with a turbo. And we got one that'll rip his face off. So that'll be pretty fun to knock that out. Just sharing the experience, show what we're up to, show that there's a real life side to this, show off the Ferrari, give people rides, bring them into the tangible element of it. It's pretty exciting. And then after ETH Denver, we got Slush Motorsports Festival coming up.
Yeah, that's what is it?
I think it's May 24th and 5th. It's the Memorial Day weekend. There'll be a Friday party, shenanigans, and having fun. Saturday's the main event. And what's really cool about Slush Motorsports Festival and why I got involved with them early and continue to go is, there's car meets. And for you car enthusiasts, that's just showing up in a parking lot and people popping their hoods and people admiring other people's cars and other people talking ish about other people's cars. But you don't really get to do what the car does, right? There's always that a-hole that does a burnout and ruins it for everybody, or just revving their two-step pop, pop, pop annoyingly, and nobody likes that. But at the Slush Motorsports Festival, it's the same kind of vibe, right? It's a car hangout spot, but everyone gets to do what the car does. There's some drifting events, which is pretty rad. This year, we're going to have Adam LZ, Colette Davis. We have some, other Group A or Formula D drift drivers there. The Daily Driven Exotic guys come down, which those guys are super chill to hang out with. We have it's usually like 300-400 car show. A lot of cool vendor booths. Obviously, Revhard will be down there representing. And so the Slush Motorsports is just fun in general. And that's kind of the highlight. One of our highlights of the year is just to be actual car enthusiasts and enjoy the cars. We're going to have the Ferrari out there. So again, this will be another chance for you to take a look at your new car and maybe grab a share. And all willing, and we get to the time, we'll probably be doing some hot laps and taking some people out for rides.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Not just because I'll get a chance to actually go and take people out on the track with the Ferrari, but also because, um, oh shit, what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, we just want to show people the benefit of being a shareholder of these cars. So, yeah, if you are going to be in the Colorado area in, you said May? Yeah, I think it's May.
Yeah,
Uh,
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, then by holding a share of the car, you'll be able to go and experience it in all its glory.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then outside of the Slush Motorsports Festival, we are thinking about concluding the year and rewarding some of our, excuse me for one moment. We're rewarding some of our community members. We're going to be holding a contest for enthusiasts that want to go to Japan. A couple different events we're kind of scoping out, as early as August and as late as November. We have a little bit of time to prepare that. And so if you're a token holder of a car or you hold some Buster token, you're engaged with the app, a member of the community, stay tuned. We're going to be giving a chance to join us for one of those excursions.
Mhm.
In August, I think it was the Hero Festival, right? More like an initial D, kind of all the hero cars kind of themed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's at
that would
Fuji Speedway. And if you ever do get to go to Fuji Speedway, spend the extra money, at least for one night. Get a room in the Fuji Hotel. It is the most amazing hotel ever. I've been in some nice rooms in Vegas. I've been in nice rooms around the world. The Fuji Hotel, hands down, the best hotel ever. In Japan, everything's tiny and small. There's a bathtub that you can fit in. Last time we were out there, Alex, one of the members we had when we did the R's meeting, this is a group of our customers that had R34s and were able to keep them on the road, shocking, and go to the meeting. He rented like this villa, and the villa had a garage, had glass doors on two sides, so you can pull the car in. And then on the other side, in the living room, looking out through the glass door, you're looking at the taillights of your R34. Amazing. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to stay at the Fuji Hotel, so we have the Hero Japan World, Mount
yeah.
Hero, Mr. Hero.
Oh, and real quick while you're on that
Hero.
topic, you also have a friend who does uh, uh, initial detours, and I think that
Yes.
might be something that we'll have to try and work into this Japan trip, is to take our community members who join us on this trip to all of the spots in that were featured in Initial D
Mm-hmm.
in proper JDM cars.
Yes. And also on the menu is every year at Fuji Speedway in October, they have what's called R's Meeting, where all of the skylines from all the land get together. It is the most amazing cars you've seen. All the top tuners are there. It's pretty amazing. They do some parade laps. They do like racing of the old schools. It's a pretty cool meeting.
Mhm.
And then the one that I'm going to push for, because I haven't been to yet, is called Nismo Fest. And Nismo Festival is all of the Nissans. So you got, stages, Nissan Sunnies, all of the S chassis for Alex and the S chassis guys. You have everything you could imagine. So I'm pretty stoked on that one. But it's kind of late in the year. I believe it's in late November, maybe early December.
Yeah, in 2024, it was on December 1st.
Yeah.
They
And
haven't
so,
released the schedule for 2025 just yet.
yeah, they don't release until late in the year typically. So we'll keep an eye on all of that. But yeah, there's some fun, exciting opportunities probably to get out and go to Japan. So if any of you guys are a fan of the motherland for JDM Mecca,
Mhm.
then we'd love to have you on board. And we'll be getting some content to make everyone else jealous who didn't come.
Yeah. I mean, and that's just sort of the tip of the iceberg of what we're trying to accomplish. Of course, there's events in the Web3 and in the automotive space all over the country during the year that we're going to attempt to make an appearance at. Some of the ones that I'd like to go to off the top of my head on the Web3 side, in New York, they have NFT NYC. and that
Hmm.
usually pulls a really good crowd. Trying to get some JDM cars into the heart of New York City might be a pain in the ass,
Yeah,
but I
a
think
little
it'd be
bit.
worth it. And then, of course, there's the event. Why is it escaping me? That's in Miami every year, and so that's probably the biggest like Bitcoin oriented event.
Yeah, the Bitcoin bash that we're talking about. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
called that, but yeah, the one in Miami is typically oriented around Bitcoin.
Mhm. But and then what I've seen over the last couple of years is there is side events that are more broadly focused on Web3 and other, altcoins and everything. And the thing about that being Miami, it's warm, it's beautiful, lots of great cars. Is man, you get people pulling up in some crazy things. Like you'll see like hypercars around every corner at those events because, of course, people are going to flex their meme coin gains, or you know what I'm
Showing
saying?
out, baby.
Yeah, showing their Lambos that they scored by trading and degenning. And
And then others that rented them.
yeah, of course, there's always going to be that contingent as well. But it'd be really awesome to be able to show up in some of our cars, maybe make a little road trip down to Miami at that point in time. If not this year, definitely next year.
Yeah, either that or load up the dually with a 3-car wedge and just roll out.
Yeah, absolutely. And then some events that I'd like to hit on the automotive side. So last year I went with my family to what's it called? Fuel Fest. So
Mm.
it's kind of like Slush Fest. So
Yeah,
it's
they have a few of those.
yeah, I think they do 4 or 5 a year. We went to the one in Arizona, and great turnout. It's actually, I believe, it was started by Paul Walker's brother. Um,
Hmm.
uh, if not, then I know that he's at least involved, and I think that would actually be fit perfectly with what we're doing. If anybody who's watching has a connection to Paul Walker's brother, his name escapes me at the moment. Yeah, like make an intro. We would definitely be happy to make that connection. But that was a great event, huge turnout, and one of the highlights for me was, so my daughter, she's 17 and she really wants to get into drifting. She just recently bought an S13, so we're working on that together. But she got her first experience in a drift car. She got to take a hot lap with,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Someone got the bug. You get the
Oh
bug, you
yeah.
don't
I
come
mean,
back. Next thing you know, you got 6 sets of wheels in your garage, Alex.
pretty much already do.
There you go.
um, but yeah, so I mean, she already was bitten by the bug. That's entirely my fault. But that definitely sealed the deal. And it was funny because we were waiting in line to get her into one of the cars. There's probably a dozen cars going around this track, and there was one S13, and she's like, I want to ride in that one because she loves the S chassis. And sure enough, it pulls up and she hops in and she has just the biggest smile on her face. That was a great experience.
That's what's cool about Slush too, is some of the drivers, they'll do ride-alongs with you.
Mhm.
So if you ever want to go full tilt in a drift car, that's a good experience.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like flying sideways, throwing smoke at like 60 miles an hour. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's totally fun. And like another one of the events that I think's on the calendar that'd be cool to see is the GTR Fest down in Texas.
Mhm. Yeah, Texas has a really big JDM scene, and so that would be definitely one to put on the calendar.
Yeah, I had some friends who were with us in Japan in October, and then in November they went to the one in Texas, and they said it was a pretty cool vibe, and it was cars from all over the world. And so you may or may not know out there, but the Aussies love making fast cars, and they're known for having the world record fastest RB powered car. It's a real weapon, and yeah, so to see everyone out there, and that's kind of who sponsors it at an Australian company called PRP, Platinum Racing products or parts. They make, cool stuff for Skylines. So that'd be a cool event to go to as well. And then in addition to that, just being out in the community. So Slush doesn't just do the Slush Motorsports Festival. Anytime the weather's warm and they have a good lot, they typically do a car meet on Sundays also. So we're excited to get out of those spots. And, even on a smaller level, being out there this year is kind of our goal. So whether being at a Slush Motorsports Festival or being at a Slush Sunday. And then the cool part about Web3 is you don't necessarily need a geographic location to have an event. Every week we host a space on X. And so if you ever want to drop in and hear what's going on, you can attend our events in your earbuds and just act like you're sitting right there in the room with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have different X spaces. So follow the Driven Labo account, follow the Base Buster account, and you can also catch our digital events as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And on that note as well, last week we spoke about our Discord server that we're about to launch. And this is set up not just to be, your average Web3 community, which, most Web3 projects have a Discord server. And, I'd say they're relatively valuable for what they're trying to accomplish. But in our case, what we're doing is setting it up to be more generally for anybody who's into any aspect of automotive culture. So whether you're like me and you're into S chassis and you know them inside and out, you can go and join the forums there that are styled after the V bulletins of old, and contribute to the community and helping them build their cars. If you're into sim racing, we're going to have sim events there where we're going to be hosting like little mini championships in like Torque Drift 2 or in Assetto Corsa. And you can connect with other people that are into sim racing to optimize your setup or tune your skills or whatever.
Or just to win something, baby.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing that we want to be able to facilitate as well is helping our community members set up their own car clubs and their own car events in their local region. And that's something that we can help with, providing the knowledge necessary to, spin up a car club, do the marketing, bring in members, and then hold, events, let's say like a Cars and Coffee or a, what's really popular out here and also is sort of most popular and yeah, is the parking garage events where people gather in a parking garage for a little late night car show.
Yeah, that's how we started Slush. We rented out a car parking lot and did an underground show.
Yeah.
Super fun. And in addition to, just providing the gathering spot and the tools and the mechanisms, but there's some elements of doing car stuff that people don't think about necessarily. Like if you are going to do an underground parking garage, we teach people how to get the proper permits or look for the right spots or kind of do things on the up and up from all of our years of experience of doing it. So we want to enable the next generation to do that. And both in the IRL world, in real life, and then we also think it's cool. We have a little Cars and Coffee section in the Discord where you can, park your digital version of the car and photos and description, and everyone can kind of get to know each other from a digital parking lot of their car and kind of bring the community together across the world too. And eventually one day it'd be cool to have that modeled, in a VR type of situation, or the world's going to get crazy soon. We're all just going to get together and hang out in the glasses. So, yeah, we'll see.
Although you're not going to make me get into the pod and eat the bugs, but otherwise, I'll throw on some VR glasses every once in a while.
Yeah, that's what and I think that's what the car enthusiasts in general have different than a lot of people is, most people are just going with the flow and okay, cool, I'll get an electric vehicle. And it's the car enthusiasts who are going to throw a wrench in that. The manual transmission cars, as we talked about last podcast, are going to be worth the money. And it's going to be us, motorheads that are going to be resistant to that. And so we want to keep that alive as long as we can and enable the resources and the tools for everyone to do that. Go out to a lot of fun events and share that with everybody. And that's the whole premise behind the driven vehicles concept, right? Um, I don't know how many people can just get Paul Walker's Ferrari on a whim, but to have a share in that and experience in that, I think is really cool. So in addition to the Discord platform, just being able to offer these resources, and like you said, one of the exciting parts in the future is going to be having a museum, really, where you
Yeah.
can go and hang out and be kind of a clubhouse, and you can take your car club and have a event at our warehouse. And I think it'll all come together. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited about this year and the events that we're going to. What do you think the event you're most looking forward to is, Alex?
Man, that's tough. I mean, well, I'll just say this. I've been wanting to go to Japan forever.
Hype.
So if we can manage to make that work, and I think we're going to throw everything we can at making that happen, that's probably the number one thing for me. But honestly, like, I've been to a lot of car events in my time, but even though I've been in the Web3 world for a very long time, I haven't made it to very many. So I'm very much looking forward to ETH Denver. I think that's going to be it's going to be a great experience, and it's going to be really rewarding because we've been working on Driven Labo and driven vehicles for the better part of a year now, and this is going to be where really it all starts to pay off. Getting a chance to show what
Where the
we've been
rubber meets the
building.
road.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Show off the app, bring in some users, hopefully get some people to uh, grab a share of the Ferrari, and then of course, show off your facility there with all of the cool cars that you have available, and give people a real like inside uh, look at what we're building. Uh, it's not just about sitting behind a keyboard all day, like looking at the charts. We're in this for the culture, we're in it for the experience, and that for the community. So I think that's going to be where everything really starts to come together.
Yeah. So if you're a crypto nerd that loves cars, come check out and stay tuned for the dates of our open house and be an insider and checking out the app and possibly a piece of a Ferrari.
Mhm.
If you are a true gearhead and you want to go maybe get a ride in a drift car and slide around and check out our cars, Slush Motorsports is awesome. And I agree with you. Anytime we go to Japan is fun. And like I told you last time, it's still true. Pancakey sandwiches.
Pancakey sandwiches. I do hear good things about the pancakey sandwiches.
Oh, it's just the food in Japan, Alex, at the gas station. It's better than most of our restaurants.
My only complaint would be that everything is wrapped in plastic. Absolutely everything.
Yeah, or seaweed.
Yeah, I'll take the seaweed. I'm cool with that.
Onigiri.
Yeah.
It's a triangle rice seaweed wrapped fish loaf.
Yep. Yep. I mean, just throw this out there just as a fun little tidbit. But my wife is Japanese or half Japanese, and her name is actually Sayaka. And I recently discovered that the uh, top female drifter in the world is her name is Sayaka, and she just released a like an apparel line
Mm.
with Hoonigan, if I remember correctly. And so I was like, man, what are the chances of that?
Yeah, I mean, pretty slim.
Yep. So yeah, we know all about Japanese food in this household.
Yes. I grew up with a pretty narrow palate. And in Japan, I guess in the United States, they dress up ramen and they make it this big to do. But in Japan, it's just Chinese noodles. It's just some McDonald's type fast food ish you go to and walk down a set of stairs into some little shop. Ah, I love it.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
And then the cool heritage of the different places that we'll see, right?
Mhm.
And so, yeah, we have an action-packed year that lined up this year. So, Alex, how can people follow along with us? Where would they find us to find all these cool
Mhm.
events that we're going to?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a presence on most social media platforms. So over on Facebook, it's more Revhard Motors focused, although we do post about Driven Labo in there as well. So, and of course, all of this is going to be linked in the description below if you're watching this after the fact, not if you're currently watching this live on X. But if you're watching this live on X, you already know where to go. And then, yeah, follow us on X. That's at Driven Labo, DRVNLABO. And of course, our ecosystem token for the platform is a Basebuster coin. So that's at Basebuster coin.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, coming up soon is the Discord server. So keep an eye out for that. As a matter of fact, it's worth mentioning right now that currently it's open to invite only. So what we're doing is we're looking for some early members to come and join us and help sort of dial in the server and make it the ultimate hub for automotive enthusiasts.
Indeed.
So if you are a hardcore car fan, if you're in like particularly looking for people that are let's say involved with a company or a project in the industry, be it in automotive aftermarket, or you host events, or you are like an influencer who does sim racing or car build videos or anything like that. And then of course automotive Web3 projects. These are the people that we want to come in first, so we have like some knowledgeable folks who can come in and say like, hey, this would be really a valuable thing to incorporate for this demographic and this audience. Yeah.
Totally. And if you find yourself as a power user in the old forum days and frustrated with certain features, and maybe you've been in the groups knee deep for a long time and you're just sitting back, I wish there was something better. We want you. We want the people who have the ideas to come in and say, let's do this and let's do that. Again, we do this all for the community. So if that excites you and you want to get knee deep into the Discord server and leave your mark on it, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to send you an invite and engage and get that party started for sure.
Yeah, best way to do that is to DM us on X if you are on X, or if you're watching this video on YouTube or Facebook after the fact, just leave a comment and let us know that you would be interested in being one of our early members to help test out the server before it's opened up to the world. And yeah, we'll hop in a chat and see if you fit the criteria to become one of our earliest members. And also worth mentioning too is those that we do bring on at this invite only phase will get a special role within the community and will also earn additional engagement rewards. That's something that we're incorporating into our server, is an element of gamification. And so by being active, you'll earn rewards that go towards like Basebuster coin allocations and airdrops, merch.
Maybe a trip to Japan.
And maybe just a trip to Japan. Exactly.
Hi.
Yeah. So
heck yeah, it's a big year, Alex. I'm excited to get out of our seats and into some other seats and move around and do some fun stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing you out here in Denver at ETH Denver. I'm looking forward to going to the Slush Motorsports Festival again. This is going to be the biggest one so far, so I'm super stoked about that. Obviously, who doesn't love a trip to Japan? Maybe we can make some of these other events. We're going to be live on X Spaces. We're going to be giving shit away. So stay tuned. We appreciate all of you guys. We'll make this one a quick and concise. And yeah, we just want to say thank you to everyone who engages. And we look forward to serving you guys in the future. So stay tuned. Join our platforms. If anything that we've said today makes you excited, reach out and we'd love to talk to you. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Before we jump off, I just have to acknowledge this comment that just came through on X on our live stream. We had Nomad Surfing who asked if we're planning on doing any IRL events around the F1 season. And that's something that I meant to mention because I personally am a huge F1 fan.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And we do plan. Yeah. I got my championship Max Verstappen hat right there. You can probably see it. I paid an arm and leg for that. But yeah, so we're going to be doing events both in the Discord server for F1 fans. Probably do some like some meetups in there to talk F1 races. We're also going to be partnering with some companies that are doing some really interesting things for the F1 community. There's a video game called Racino that we're in talks with, and there's also Spredict, who does an F1 prediction game platform. So we'll be working with them to do some events and some content around F1, but also, if everything goes well and we're in a position to, I'd really like to have a presence to some degree at the Austin GP. So that's at Circuit of Americas, usually in October.
It's a good track.
Yeah, and maybe we do like a meetup with some of our community members there. Maybe we can snag some tickets and get a group of people to go out to the F1 race in October in Austin. When I went in 2022, there was a community called XYZ Garage that no longer, I don't think they're actually still around, but they're like an NFT project all around car culture. And they had a meetup at the Austin GP. So, I think that's definitely in the plans. Again, if not this year, definitely next year. And I'll just go ahead and throw this out to the universe. But one of the things that I would really like to see happen with Driven Labo some point in the future is for us to be able to sponsor the Haas F1 team. So be able to support the only American F1 team that's out there. Of course, they're not by no means the most competitive team, but that it's fine. It's all the same to me, just to be in that world, I think would be really awesome. And yeah, so long story long, yeah, we're definitely going to be doing some things around F1 for the 2025 season and beyond.
F1, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're really excited for this year. We're excited to attend all these events, whether it be the GTR Festival, Fuel Fest, Slush Motorsports Fest, the E Fest, whatever it be. Keep an eye on us. We're going to be out there showing you around. And like Alex said, if you're interested in being a power user and helping us shape this Discord and provide the next generation of platform for the automotive enthusiasts, we'd love to hear from you. And so, yeah, with that, we will see you in the next one.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there, but I'm sure our excitement is palatable, and hopefully you share it and come along for the ride with us, because 2025 is going to be a great year.
Indubitably.
Yeah. Hey, that's one of my favorite words.
Me too.
Awesome,
rock and roll,
man.
guys. We'll catch you
All
next
right.
time.
Yeah, we'll see you back here, same time, same place on next Friday.
Boom.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for those that have joined and those that are going to be catching this later. Of course, I got to throw out like, share, subscribe, do the thing, help us grow our audience and grow the community. And with that, I think we'll say goodbye.
Laters.
All right. Okay. Cheers. Peace.